I think that Houston hip hop adds plenty of things to mainstream music. For one, this was the original place, this was the birthplace of the independent black record label. So the first thing that I think that Houston added to mainstream music back then that's still used now is the business model of us owning our own stuff. Secondly, probably with the screw music, with the slow drawly sounds, I think that um, Houston hip hop has added a subculture, a subgenre of I guess you could say screw music, which you could hear in artists like Drake. You can hear in artists like A$AP Rocky, which are current artists today. You can hear in people like Kendrick Lamar's music. You can hear in a lot of the younger kids that are growing up, um, looking up to this Houston hip hop and looking up to the screw movement and all of that. I think that as a whole, all of the older Houston artists, all of the artists that were relevant in the '90s, is the reason why this music is still alive today. If I had to say any one person, I would probably say DJ Screw, but it's just because of his movement and how everyone embraced it. I think his movement was important because it brought all different regions, like West Coast music to Houston. It brought East Coast music to Houston, music that we would not have normally been fans of. It brought all of their music to us, and in turn brought those artists to the forefront down here. And when it did that, those artists were able to come down here and see our music and our movement, and those artists were able to take that back to where they were from. For instance, E40 came out here probably in the early '90s. UGK, people credit them with being from Houston, but they're not really from Houston. They were always signed with the New York record label, which is Jive. So I think that the other group of people would be UGK. Bun B and Pimp C would be a good credit to keeping his music alive because of how much they screamed and really it's just because of the fact that they had the national attention that a lot of these Houston artists never had, and they exposed our music to that national forefront. They always shouted out, the sounds and the parts of the culture that are exposed to, that America was exposed to. So DJ Screw first, UGK, Pimp C, Bun B second.